Prayers are pouring in from around the country after Bishop T.D. Jakes suffered a health scare during a service at the Potter's House in Dallas.
My Redeemer, let him go in peace.
T.D. Jakes' health has everyone talking today, and to be honest, it's hard to know what's real anymore. Was it a stroke, a heart attack, or something else entirely? The rumors are flying, and the internet is buzzing with speculation. But in times like this, it's so easy for misinformation to take over. Everyone seems to have their own theory about what went down this morning, but the question is, how much of it is actually true? And what should we really be focusing on when it comes to someone like T.D. Jakes, a man who's had such a powerful influence on millions of people? Let's break it down, because the situation is a lot more layered than what we're seeing online. Here's what we do know. T.D. Jakes, known for his dynamic sermons and inspirational messages, was on stage when something clearly went wrong. At first, reports started flooding in, some claiming he suffered a stroke, others saying it was a heart attack. Then there were others who said, well, maybe nothing happened at all. The more time passes, the more confusion builds. And that's where things get tricky, because in the age of social media, where headlines can be posted in seconds, the truth sometimes gets lost in the shuffle. It's almost like a bad game of telephone. By the time something reaches the public, it's often distorted and blown out of proportion. And when it comes to someone like T.D. Jakes, who's been in the spotlight for decades, rumors tend to spread like wildfire. You've probably seen the comments. Some people saying they heard something about his health, others trying to downplay it, and then the trolls who just want to stir up drama. But what's actually going on? We don't have all the answers. And honestly, maybe we don't need them right now. What we do need is perspective, because no matter what happens, Jakes is still a person. He's a father, a husband, and a mentor to thousands, maybe millions, of people across the globe. Think about it for a second. T.D. Jakes didn't just appear out of nowhere. He built his reputation over decades, spreading messages of faith, love, and positivity. His teachings have reached so many, and for that reason, people feel like they know him. And when you're in the public eye like he is, every health scare, every misstep, every little moment becomes a headline. But at the core of it all, he's a man just like anyone else. He's vulnerable to life's unpredictability, just like we all are. The question is, how do we respond when someone we admire goes through something difficult? Let's not forget that this isn't the first time we've seen a public figure struggle, especially in the faith community. From mega-church leaders to politicians, when something goes wrong, the scrutiny is intense. Just look at how quickly rumors spread about Jakes, just like the time when rumors about a certain incident with Diddy took the internet by storm. It's easy to jump on the bandwagon and start pointing fingers, but is that really what we should be doing? Or should we be looking for ways to support and encourage those who are going through tough times, rather than tearing them down? Here's what I'm thinking. I've followed T.D. Jakes for many years, and I'm sure a lot of you have too. He's not just a TV preacher. He's someone whose teachings have helped countless people find hope, heal from pain, and strengthen their faith. And no, I'm not a member of his church, and I don't follow everything that goes on behind the scenes. But I know what it's like to turn to someone's message when life gets heavy. That's what makes this so tough, because when someone like Jakes faces a personal crisis, it's not just about him. It's about the ripple effect it has on his family, his community, and everyone who's looked up to him. But here's where I want to shift the focus. No matter what happens, T.D. Jakes, just like the rest of us, is human. He's not invincible. He's not beyond health scares or difficult moments. And that's a reality we all have to face. So while we might not have the full picture right now, we can do something that might make a difference. Instead of jumping to conclusions or spreading rumors, how about we offer some compassion? How about we extend grace, not judgment? I've seen some of the comments online, and I get it. People are trying to make sense of a situation that seems so sudden and unexpected. But let's be honest, some of these comments don't bring any good. They just add fuel to the fire. If T.D. Jakes really is dealing with a serious health issue, does he need to be met with more negativity? Does his family need to read through a pile of critical remarks while they're dealing with something so personal? Think about it. Would we want that for ourselves? So why do we do it to others? Now, I'm not saying we should ignore what's happening. We have every right to know what's going on, and as fans and followers, we deserve transparency. But we also have the responsibility to approach the situation with care, empathy, and respect. No one, not even a famous preacher, is immune to health problems. And when something goes wrong, it's crucial that we support them, rather than fuel the flames of gossip. And let's not forget, TD Jake is not perfect. None of us are. I've seen people tear down public figures for all kinds of reasons, from financial scandals to personal struggles. But at the end of the day, we're all flawed, and we all fall short. The only difference is some of us get to do it privately, and some do it in front of millions. If we've learned anything from the tragedies in recent years, it's that life is unpredictable, and we don't have forever. So, as we wait for more details, let's try to take the high road. Let's pray for Jake and his family, and let's remember that we're all in this together. Whether you agree with his message or not, he's someone who's brought hope to many. And in this moment, he could use some hope in return. As we wrap this up, I want to remind you of something important. Life is short. We never know what tomorrow will bring. So hug your loved ones a little tighter, hold your friends and family a little longer. Cherish the moments because none of us are promised tomorrow. And when you see someone going through a tough time, whether it's a celebrity or someone in your life, take a second to show kindness instead of judgment. I'm sending prayers for TD Jake and his family, and I encourage you to do the same. Keep them in your thoughts, and remember, kindness and compassion go a long way. This is a time for reflection, not speculation. Stay grounded, stay humble, and remember, no matter what happens, we're all just trying to get by, doing the best we can.
You don't know what God is making while you're suffering, but I declare unto you, he is making something.